I have a request to react to I Pet Goat. So thank you so much, Johnny Wick, for the suggestion. Let's dive in. First off, I just want to say this music on top of the animation, it is surreal. It almost feels, it just has a very strange, surreal feeling to it. I think I've seen at least parts of the clips here before. The animations look familiar. I've never seen this video itself, but parts of it seem familiar. I can clearly tell that there's some symbology behind it. I see these people, just the one image of the man with the house on his back, and the next image, the man that's holding on to his possession, his car. Let's see where this goes, eh? So much is being unloaded so quickly. First off, the mask. It's true. We all wear a mask. We all wear at least one mask. I know a lot of us. I know some people wear multiple masks. I can say myself, I have multiple masks, at least when I needed to be around different environments. I don't really do much or go any places these days, but otherwise I just have my one mask that I comfortably put on when I wake up, metaphorically, of course. But yeah, especially when you're around certain people, around in certain, like your work environment. I know I had work masks. It's interesting. This is really good so far. It's like the 7 chakras there. And the boxes, the cubes, it's just legit conformity. Just placing people into a box, say, do what everybody else does. And then you've got presumably the one free thinker out here. This is horrifying. This is honestly horrifying. And you notice what looks to be a bunch of medication in the young man's mouth there, pretty indicative of American society these days. Just label them a certain thing, give them the medication for a certain thing, ship them out the door, and then they become just another cog in the system. But in this case, it's talking about the draft. It's presumably pointing towards the draft. This is perfectly indicative of the modern society too. The only people that are our leaders are the politicians, all of them, and they can be bought over with donations from certain lobbies towards whatever whatever they want to support and whatever agenda that they wish to push. This is wild. This is very... I'm really happy you shared this with me, because I've seen certain clips of this. Not the music at all, but I've seen some of these animations placed in videos before. So it's interesting to see where it originally comes from. And a lot of these are all applicable within the same realm. Wow. The glorification of what it's glorifying here. You've got the puppeteers that are controlling the media speak. You saw the tube where they were spewing out whatever they wanted to, again, pushing forward the propaganda, the agenda, whatever they wish to push. So you see that individual, presumably his employer is behind him, sucking his soul, if you will, so this person can get a paycheck. This is, wow. And then here you've got, wow. And our new addiction, our new medication, our new obsession, the cell phone. I find it interesting, in certain scenes it looks like people aren't wearing masks. Like in that one just now, it was children and they weren't wearing masks. Is that symbolic for just kids being able to not feel a need to put on a socially acceptable identity, a mask, and they can just be themselves and enjoy themselves whichever which way? So I see some people with the hole in their stomach or their chest. I'm wondering what that's symbolic for. Is that somebody that sold their soul? Is that somebody that has just become negative and toxic and hates the world? What is that symbolic for, I wonder? Wow. Everybody look at me. This, you know, it feels like a mirror is being put up to us. That's the best way I can describe. It's saying, this is you. Look at it. Look at it. For all of its gluttonous, self-deprecating, false, everybody able to be bought, phony. I can see why this is so controversial. It does feel horrifying to me. It's heavy. It's so heavy to see how much how ugly it is, because that's what it feels like. It feels like this is what you've become as society. And I don't want to say, everybody else, because I'm part of it too. You are, we all are. We're all just parts of the system. We can try to rise above it, but this is just outright placing a mirror to us and saying, this is what you've become. Wow. That right there is here are all your quick fixes to happiness, to numbness, to social acceptance, to whatever it is you're seeking. I think of modern things like the Ozempic thing that's really popular. A lot of these, that's what I'm picking up here. Wow, everything is said so well without saying anything. Unbelievably done. Good job. I'm so impressed with this. Oh wow, they're shaking their hands behind. Oh my gosh, how? Wow, so well done. This is so much. It almost gets me emotional with how heavy it is and how real it is. And here, wow. This is so heavy. You got the ruling class just living. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We made our own prisons and we became the guards for our own prison. And each of us are, you can see somebody's puppeteering while the next person is just shutting the next person up. Amazing symbology here. It speaks so loudly and aggressively without saying a message at all. That perfectly exemplifies the political system there. Just, okay, time to flip over and start over to the next who's going to be the good guy this turn. Oh, their turn is over. Time for them to be the bad guy. They're all part of the same system. They're all in it together. They just want, just like here, they just want us to argue with each other. Wow. Hold on here. I'm looking at what looks like images of beings in the background there. Like, obviously you have the individual that's holding the two people captive, but it does look like there's some beings in the background there. I wonder if that's an allusion towards something, or if that's just in general towards a reference towards evil or something like that. Wow. So, obviously, we just see the person stuck in there inside their box in their own little echo chamber, just staring at their device. And I noticed that a lot of the figureheads and the politicians and the people that are higher up, if you will, they're all doing the silence thing. And I'm wondering if that's them suggesting we know what this is. We're not going to say it aloud. We know that this system is really just a house of cards, and we're puppeteering everything, and we're really the ones that are taking advantage of the working class. But we aren't going to say it aloud. Wow. Amazing. Wow. So is this only when shit hits the fan and everything collapses do we finally come out of our box and we finally see how corrupt and how awful the system is? That's almost what I see here. That's... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. The only thing I can really say is that is an experience. I I'm lost for words. It was incredible. It was beautiful. It was so much meaning packed into 12 and a half minutes. That was one of the most impactful pieces of animation I think I've ever seen, especially with no real words actually spewed. It was all animation, all ideas, all concepts. And so much of it was, I'm sure I didn't even pick up a lot of it. I only picked up the bare basics, I'm sure. Yeah, incredible video, incredible. I would almost like to see a breakdown of what all was alluded to in that, because there was just way too much to pick up on one viewing. Just incredible. Thank you so much for the suggestion.